Hey guys, in this video I'll show you a clean automated setup that lets you generate high quality images directly inside OpenClaw with no messy configuration. I've already built the entire workflow and packaged it in a way that you can just install it and start generating images in minutes. I'll walk you through everything from the scratch through installing OpenClaw to generating the images. If you already have an OpenClaw setup, you can jump straight to the integration part. Let's get into the build. So to run this, there are two things that we're going to need. We're going to need the OpenClaw server where we're going to run OpenClaw on, and then we're also going to need a platform that we're going to use to generate the images. Now for the image generation platform, we're going to integrate two platforms, fal.ai and OpenAI. The reason why I like fal.ai is that with the one API key, they give you access to all the recent high-end generation models, image generation models that are out there, including models like Nano Banana and all the popular models that are out there. Now on top of this, I'm also going to show you how you can also do this with other platforms like OpenAI, because OpenAI or ChatGPT also do have their image generation models. Now for the server to run OpenClaw, I'm going to highly recommend that you use Contabo, because they do have currently one of the most affordable ways to run OpenClaw, where you can have this starting at close to $4 a month for a very high specification VPS. Now they have different plans here. For most of the users out there, this plan here is going to be way more than sufficient, because you have 8GB of RAM, 4 CPU core, and 75GB of NVMe. If you feel you need a bigger plan, just choose whatever option here works for you and then click on get started. I'm going to put my referral link in the description section. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps me to be able to come up with tutorials like this to you. So once you click on get started here, for the server location, I'm going to highly recommend that you go with European Union, because Contabo is a German company. So if you go with European Union, this is going to be technically for free. Once you choose a different location, you're going to have to pay an additional cost. But for OpenClaw setup, typically latency is not that much of an issue. So the European Union option is going to be more than efficient. And then here for the password, you're going to generate a password, or you're going to put in any password that you want to use to connect to the VPS server. This is very important, because once you miss this password, you wouldn't be able to connect to the server anymore. So make sure that this is stored in a secure location. When you're done, just click on next, fill in your personal information, and then we can proceed to the next. So once you pay for the server, within a few minutes, you're going to get an email from Contabo that looks like this. Mine is in German, but the layout is going to be the same irrespective of where you are. Now in this email, we're going to need two major things. We're going to need the IP address of the VPS server, and we're also going to need the username of the VPS server. The password, they're not going to provide this to you in the email, because this is the same password that you generated when you set up the server. And with these two credentials coupled with the password, we would be able to connect to the VPS server. To connect to the VPS server, there are several applications out there that you can use. The good news is that whether you're using a Mac operating system or a Windows operating system, both do come with inbuilt applications that you can use to connect to the VPS server. If you're using a Mac operating system, the application is called Terminal. If you're using a Windows operating system, like in my case, the application is called Windows PowerShell. The commands that we would use in Windows PowerShell is going to be the same exact commands that you can also use in Terminal. So click on the search button here and type Windows PowerShell, and this is how Windows PowerShell looks. Now to connect to the VPS server, type in the command ssh space root at, and then put in the IP address of your VPS server. Once you put in the IP address, just press enter. If this is the first time that you're connecting to the VPS, Terminal or PowerShell is going to ask you if you want to add this fingerprint. Here I'm going to type yes, and then press enter. And then here you're going to put in the password of your VPS server. In PowerShell, whenever you're typing the password, you do not see this. And that is why my tip is to type the password somewhere, copy the password, come into PowerShell, and just right click in PowerShell. Whenever you right click, it pastes whatever you have in the clipboard into the PowerShell application. After putting in the password, just press enter. Now here you see that I'm connected to the Contabo VPS server. Because we selected that we want to run OpenClaw, they pre-install OpenClaw on it for you. So immediately you connect to the server, you see this prompt here that starts the OpenClaw setup. If for whatever reason your server doesn't start automatically, you can also install this yourself. Just come to OpenClaw.ai, and then here, very important, make it a bit bigger, click on Mac OS or Linux. Then you're going to get this curl command. Just paste in the curl command, and it's going to also start the OpenClaw installation. But because mine worked very well, I'm just going to proceed with the installation. Here you're going to have to select yes to proceed to install OpenClaw. Just press the left arrow key on your keyboard and press enter. And then here we're going to go with a quick start method. Now for the language models, there are several out there that you can use. The tip is that if you do have a ChatGPT paid subscription, you can use the OpenAI codex, where you can use the codex 5.4 or the latest model on OpenClaw for free without you having to pay extra for the API credits. If you do not have a ChatGPT account and you're looking for an affordable setup that you can use, you can also use Minimax. So Minimax also provide an AI model that you can use on OpenClaw. The advantage here is that, let me switch to the monthly. You pay, for instance, $20 a month or $40 a month, and you have close to unlimited usage. So you do not pay as you go. I personally use the Plus High Speed as my backup model, and it works flawlessly. So if you're very conscious about cost, I suggest you go with this one. It's not the smartest model out there with the Opus 4.6 intelligence, but in my case, it does most of the work. So the option is yours. But in my setup, I'm going to go with the OpenAI codex, because the model that you get from OpenAI OpenAI is way smarter than the model that you get from Minimax. I'm going to choose OpenAI Codex. I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to have to authenticate to connect my OpenAI account to this OpenClaw instance. I'm going to click on the URL here, and then all you're going to have to do here is to log in with your ChatGPT account. Click continue to confirm this is your account, and after that, this weird page with this site cannot be reached would open. But don't worry, the only thing that we need here is the URL address at the top bar. So copy this, come back into your OpenClaw setup and paste in the URL, and after that, just press enter. Here I'm going to go with the current, which is the latest 5.4 model anyway. I'm going to press enter, and then the next stage we're going to set up a messaging platform to talk to the agents. Here I highly recommend that you go with Telegram because it's the easiest and lightest application that you can use here. I'm going to select this and I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to go with enter Telegram bot token, and then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to generate a new Telegram bot that we'll use to talk to the OpenClaw setup. Come to Telegram and search for a bot that is called bot father. Now this is how it looks. It has a verified symbol, and then when you click on this, you see that it also has over 8 million monthly users. Now to create a bot, just use the command /new and then select create a new bot, and then we're going to give this bot a name. I'm going to call it computer mechanic image, and then press enter, and then we're going to have to give this bot a username. Now the very important, the username has to end with bots. So I'm just going to paste the same thing here, and I'm just going to add bots to it. I hope it's not too long and it accepts it. Very good. So this was done. Now what we're going to need here is this HTTP API. You're going to copy this here. You're going to come into your OpenClaw setup, and you're going to paste this bot token. And after that, just press enter. And then for the search, I'm going to skip this. This basically gives your OpenClaw agent ability to search the internet. What I recommend, for instance, is Brave Search because it's one of the cheapest search providers that you can use. But for this example, I'm going to go with skip for now, and I'm not going to configure any skills. I'm going to go with no. Now for the hooks, I recommend that you go with session memory. This is a very good tool that helps you to manage your memory. And what happens is that before, when you are chatting with your agent, the context window always increases, and when the context window gets to a particular point, OpenClaw automatically triggers an auto compaction. And when this auto compaction is triggered without session memory enabled, your agent basically normally loses context, and that is why it's recommended that you go with this option. I do have a full tutorial also explaining this. I'm also going to link this in the description if you want to check it out. So now that is done, the gateway is installing, gateway is installed, and then basically we can continue with the next step. Okay, so the onboarding is complete. Just to make sure that the setup will work and the LLM model or the AI model that we also use is correctly configured, I'm going to go into the terminal user interface. Just put in the command OpenClaw tweak, that means terminal user interface, and press enter. And then here it says it's connecting, and then gateway is connected. Now what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to send hi, and then if the agent responds, then it means that the LLM AI configuration and the OpenClaw setup work, and then we basically going to leave the terminal here and do the rest of the work in Telegram. Perfect. So my agent responds, hey, I just came online, I'm still figuring out who I am here. So that looks good. So let's leave this place by just typing / and then exit. This is going to exit the terminal user interface. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our Telegram, and you see that when the bot is created, your bot father gives you a URL that you can start talking to the bots. I'm going to come here and click on this URL, and then when you're here, just click on start, and then the bot is going to give you a pairing code that you're going to use to connect your OpenClaw instance to this Telegram bot. Come back into your PowerShell instance and then put in this command here. Very important, make sure that you're not putting this command in the terminal user interface. Make sure that you exit the terminal user interface before you put this command, and you can confirm this when you start to see here root. I'm going to paste this, and I'm going to press enter, and then when you see approved Telegram sender your ID, it means that this works. So what I'm going to go is I'm going to go back to my Telegram bot, and I'm just going to send a message like hi, and then when you see that the agent is typing, that means that the configuration actually worked. Perfect. So the agent responds, it has currently no identity, it doesn't know who I am, so I'm just going to give it this prompt here. My name is Larry, I'm a content creator, and I'll be working with you to generate images for my project. Refer to me as Larry, and your name is Bill. So what is going to happen is that the agent is going to write my name and what I do in its user.md directory so that it knows who I am. And at the same time, it also has a file called identity.md, and it's also going to write that my name is Bill. So we responded, got it, I'm Bill, you're Larry, you're a content creator, I'll be making images for you and projects to get. Now I'm going to give the agent some rules that I would like us to work with. And by the way, I'm going to provide all these prompts to you so you can copy paste them as you would. Now the first rule that I'm giving to the agent is that when I start, for instance, a sentence with generate and I put a prompt, move directly to generate the images. So whenever you want to generate an image, you always send a prompt to the platform or to the AI model, and based on that prompt, the AI model generates the images. So I want to have two approaches where I start with generate and I give the AI model a prompt and it directly proceeds to generate the images, or a second option that I just tell it, hey, generate an image for a futuristic city, but I don't want it to proceed to generate the image. I want it to first show me the prompt that it wants to send to the AI model, like only when I say the prompt is okay, it proceeds to generate the images, and some other additional things. So sometimes the agent was generating like 10 images at a time, so here I add some other rules explicitly. Generate one image per request unless I specify a quantity. You can also change this to any way that you want it, and I'm going to send send this to the agent. So the agent responded, understood, I've got the rules, Larry. So basically now we are ready to start generating the images. Now in the next stage, we're going to prepare the platforms that we're going to use to connect to OpenClaw to generate the images. And here we're going to be using, like I said earlier, fal.ai that gives us a pool of AI models that we can use to generate images. And also we're going to try the API platform from OpenAI. Now it's very easy. On fal.ai, just come here, click on sign up and create a fal.ai account. And once your account is created, you would be logged into a dashboard that looks like this. Now here, all you're going to have to do is to come to the right section here and then click on credits. Now in my case, this is an account that I use quite actively. So I put in about $25, but this was an overkill because I'm generating so many images. In your case, $5 would be more than sufficient. Now once you load your credit, just come to the left section here and click on API keys. Now under API keys, just click on add key to add a new API key. I'm going to call this OpenClaw image gen test, and then I'm going to create a key. Now here you can copy the key here because we're going to need this in the configuration if you want to use the fal.ai approach. And the reason why we copied this is that you wouldn't see the key after you close this window, but you can always generate as much keys as you want. So even if you lose the keys, you can regenerate a new one. And if you want to use the OpenAI approach as well, just come to platform.openai.com, and then when you are logged in, come to the right section here and click on your profile and go to view profile. On the left section here, come to billing, and then you can basically see how much credits you have. You can also top up some credit directly here, and this would reflect on the dashboard. Once your account is topped up, just click on API keys on the left section here, and we're going to create a new API. Now I'm going to call this API key OpenClaw image gen test, and then here you can also click to create a new project. I already have a project, so I'm just going to select this project, and I'm going to create the secret key. I'm going to copy this, and I'm also going to save this in a secure location. Now once you have the API keys for the platforms that you want to use to generate the images, we can basically proceed to install the skill that we're going to use to generate the images. Now to do this, I have created a GitHub repository that is going to automate the entire installation for you. You're just going to have to select which model you want to use, put in your API key, and everything from the backend would be done for you. Now to install this, just come to my GitHub repo and then copy this command here. Then log in into your VPS like we did before, and then just paste in this command and press enter. What this command is going to do is it's going to download the bash file from my GitHub repo and then basically start the installation. Now here, I created the skill myself. I've tested it several times, but just to be clear, you're going to have to accept the terms and conditions to use this. I'm going to press Y and I'm going to press enter. And then here, you're going to have to choose between if you are doing a fresh setup or basically install this already and want to switch the model, or you want to, for instance, update your API key, or you want to completely uninstall the skill. And for this option, I'm going to go with the one because I want to do a fresh install, and I'm going to press enter. And then here, like I said, we have two models that we can use. We can use the OpenAI image model, or you can also use the fal.ai, which comes with multiple models that you can use. For this first example, I'm going to go with the OpenAI configuration by choosing one. And then I'm going to go with the latest OpenAI image generation, which is GPT 1.5. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to press 1 and enter. And then here, you're going to put in your API key. After pasting in your API key, just press enter. And then what is going to happen is that the script is going to update your OpenClaw.json file with this new configuration. And also, because we changed the OpenClaw configuration, we're going to have to restart the gateway using OpenClaw gateway restart. And the script also does this automatically for you. So the gateway completely restarted, and now it's verifying the OpenAI skill. Okay, so this looks good. Setup is complete. OpenAI image skill is active. Now what I also did for you is that I generated a prompt that you can copy paste and give to your agent. Now this prompt is just telling your agent, hey, we have a new image generating skill called OpenAI image, and the skill is stored under this location. Read the skill to confirm that you have the file location, confirm that you understand it, and when everything is done, run a smoke text to generate an image using this prompt. So I'm going to copy this here. I'm going to go to my Telegram agent and I'm going to paste in this prompt. Hola, so the image generation worked, and the agent also gave us some information that there is an update first class image generation tool available that it also used to generate the image. So the skill flow is call OpenAI image generation, inspect the response for errors, handle the URL output, and then save the file directly when needed. So here it gives you the file, and what you can also see is that there is a folder created where you can see the image that has been generated. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test more examples. I'm going to give it another prompt to generate another image. And then hola, crazy, this is a beautiful image. Right now, what we did is that currently we're using OpenAI to generate the images, but OpenAI image generations are quite expensive. So I'm going to show you how we can use a different model called Flax from fal.ai, and this is going to be a relatively cheaper model to generate images than OpenAI, but the choice is yours. So I'm going to go back into my PowerShell and I'm going to rerun the same command that we ran to install the skill. And I'm going to write, and I'm going to select yes for proceed. And then here, I'm going to go to switch model, right? So I'm going to select 2 and then press enter. And then here, I'm going to say that I want to use the fal.ai. Press 1, then enter. And then for fal.ai, very important, there are different models. So these models, for instance, are used just to generate images. And these models here, for instance, Nano Banana 2 Pro, Flax 2 Pro, Pro can generate images and also edit images. For this example, I'm going to go with 5 to use the Flax 2 Pro. And then here, I'm going to put in my API key. I hope the key is correct. I'm going to press enter. And then the file API key is saved. The OpenAI.json is updated. And then here we also have the file path where this skill is located. And then the gateway is being restarted to pick this configure. Okay, so the gateway is restarted and then model switched successfully to Flax 2 Pro. So I'm going to copy this prompt here and I'm going to go back to my agent and I'm going to give it the same prompt. What I'm telling is that, hey, I just switched your image generation skill to Flax 2 Pro. The updated skill is stored here. The same information that we gave it, we want a smoke test to see that this is working. Then bam, you see that the image is created. So here, the advantage is that with fal.ai, the images are pretty cheaper when you create them. I think it costs like 4 cents. So you can generate so many images compared to, for instance, using OpenAI. Now, just for fun, I'm going to generate another image using this. I'm going to write generate. I'm going to paste this in here and I'm going to send this because Flax is a pretty cheap model that I use. Now, whilst the image is generating, let me give you another tip. When you come to fal.ai and come to generate and go to recent history, you can basically see all the images that have been generated. So the images are stored on your VPS server and your images are also stored on fal.ai. So for instance, when you click on the image, you can see some of the images that I generated immediately. Now here, let's go back to the agent because I think he finished generating the new image. And then this is the image that was generated. Beautiful. I just wanted a picture of an astronaut in a colorful vibe. And then you can see that this image is stunningly beautiful. So you can see it's very easy to create images with OpenClaw. I'm going to keep updating the scripts to include all the latest models that are going to come there. If you have any specific model that you would want to use that is not there, you can also put this in the chat and I would also just update the script to include these models. Optionally, you can also tell your agent, hey, there are some other models on Flax. Can you integrate them into our setup? And your agent would be able to do this for you. So that's it for this video. If you found the video to be helpful, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more like this. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.